Testing, 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 testing. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Mic on, mic on. Perfect. We hear each other. All right, what's going on, team? Welcome to tonight's isolation session market breakdown for Thursday, October 24th, 2024. Welcome to tonight's session, guys. Again, for the newcomers, the pairs we're gonna be looking for are gonna. Well, let me rewind. Why am I? The pairs we're going to be taking a look at are going to be the pairs you see on our right hand side with the red flag next to their name, starting off with AUDUSD, finishing off with US oil. We're going to be going over AU, EA, ECAD, EU, GA, GCAD, GJ, GU, US30, USDCAD, USD ZAR, gold, Bitcoin, and oil. But once again, as we do every single night, if you guys have any questions about any other pair, whether or not they're on our list, just let me know. I'll be glad to do a breakdown on those pairs. Very similar breakdown to this entire week is going to be the same thing for tonight, guys. I'm not personally really looking at any trades at this point. So far this week, the only pair that I had on my watch list was GBPJPY, and that was pretty much it, right? I had a couple TP spots. My last and final TP that I was looking for was for price to go into the 4-hour highs up here. Obviously, price gave me that rejection of the highs and started going down. So, it's all good. We know that after 3 days of rise, market must chop, right? Either move sideways or go down, and we ended up going down. So, we understood that right now for GJ, we are looking for a pullback. Now it's just about waiting for another opportunity to get in again, to get into our last and final TP that we had in the 4-hour time frame. So, this session is gonna go by pretty quick, again, very similar to yesterday, very similar to Tuesday, very similar to Monday. It's a lot of our pairs, we have gaps on the opposite side. We're in consolidation for a lot of the pairs. A lot of our pairs are moving counter trend, right, going against the overall market maker's pattern. So again, I'm just going to really just update my 30-minute chart. I'm gonna do the same thing I did yesterday and the same thing that I did on Tuesday, which is pretty much just let's break down the 30-minute time frame. If we see something crystal clear, perfect, we'll look for what we want to look for. We'll add it to our watch list and we'll keep an eye on it going into tomorrow morning. If a pair is in peak high territory or peak low territory, or if price is in consolidation, I'm not really going to keep an eye on it. If price has a gap in the market that's opposite of the trend, I'm not going to be looking to take those trades. For example, AU, for me personally, I'm not really looking for any trades because we know that we're in an overall market maker's pattern downtrend. Not only that, we're in the 4-hour lows already, which is the blue box, but we also know that we have a 30-minute gap at the top of the market. So before I could continue to look for trades on AU, I want to see price fill this gap up first. So let's start off with AU. Well, actually, let's give everybody another minute. I just posted the link in the Discord, so let's give everybody another minute and a half. I'll start at the 4-minute mark here on the stream, so I'll give everybody 45 seconds and then we'll get started. But once again, guys, any questions, let me know. Anything that's not making sense, just let me know, and then we'll go ahead and do those breakdowns. What's good, Albert? Welcome, my brother. Welcome. Hope you've had a good day today, my brother. You have received the prize claim. Yes, sir. Get that free cash. Okay, I could either get this or the credits. The credits. If I my bad, guys, give me 1 second. If I need to buy, that's 375. 375 for the creds. I just got the credits. Back it. There we go. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's get started, guys. So let's start off first with AU. We know AU, we're in A2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the bottom side. Right, we know that structure, price was still giving us higher highs and higher lows, and we're still respecting that higher low. Again, we still don't have a break of these lows. We know we had 3 weeks of drop. We know we have a gap in the market that reset the trend. right? And this week we can see that price is still continuing the lower lows and the lower highs that we can see in the lower time frame, which is the 30-minute lower low and lower high. However, in the 4-hour, we're still trading between higher high, higher low, higher high, and we're waiting to see if price is going to break these lows, right? Now, what would I love to see, right? This is where, again, everything just starts clicking. Everything starts mapping out the way it needs to go, right? If we get a break of structure of these lows, what else would I be looking for? I'll be looking for a pullback, right? Because price gave us a break of structure. I'm looking for a pullback for price to continue going short. And if, for just visual, for the visual learners, right? What would we be looking for? Well, if we're looking for a retracement, let's say price goes down to these lows down here, right? Let's say price ends up going to these lows down here before we could get a pullback, right? The pullback is connected to the 38.2 and the 50%, which is also exactly where that 30-minute gap is at. So not only that, right? What we're looking at structure, isn't this where price gave us lower low, lower high, lower low? Isn't this what we could expect price to give us a lower high? Absolutely, right? So right now for AU, everything is looking good, right? Structurally, AU is looking beautiful. However, before I could personally take a trade on AU, I need to see price fill this gap up first, and then I'll look for that continuation, right? Outside of that too, we're already at the lows of the 4-hour time frame. So this is another situation for me where I would rather just wait for the break of structure. I would rather wait for the retest, and then I start getting into the trade, right? So right now for AU, just gonna skip it. It's looking good, but me personally, I'm not going to be entering any of these trades, so we're just going to skip it, right? We'll update it. We know we're still trading between the previous lower low, lower high, and lower low, so we'll wait it out to see what price wants to do. EA in the daily time frame, we know we're in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. Right now, we can still see price giving us lower lows and lower highs. In the 4-hour time frame, we can see that a little bit more clear, and we can see that this is where price has been just consolidating for the last couple days. And let's finally delete this here. And in the 30-minute time frame, what do we have? We have 1 day of rise, which was yesterday. Today, price gave us a second day of rise. Could we be expecting a 372, a third day rise going into tomorrow? Yes, and we could already see that price already gave us that 372. So Euro AUD, once again, is another pair that, technically speaking, this already gave us the move that we were looking for the day. So I'm not even going to entertain EA. Right? EA already gave us that third day push, so we already know that price could automatically start falling once again. EURCAD, we're in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. We're waiting to see price give us a break of structure of these highs to then start looking for that second level push to the top side. And we can see that this price, not only do we have a gap at the bottom of the market, right, which we want to see price fill first before we could continue, but we also know that in the lower time frame, in the 4-hour time frame, we're in a little zone of consolidation where price has been rejecting highs, rejecting lows, rejecting highs the entire time, rejecting lows again. So right now I'm just being patient, right? So what am I looking for? Now that we rejected lows again in the 4-hour time frame, in the 30-minute time frame, what do I want to see? Well, let's start seeing. So now we know we had lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high, then price went down and gave us a lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price again gave us a little change of character here, and never gave us a pullback to give us a break of structure. So we know that right now we are trading between these 30-minute lows down here, really small zone, and these 30-minute highs up here. So let's update this. This is the 30-minute high from here to here, and our 30-minute lows. Now for me to start taking a trade on EURCAD, what do I want to see? First and foremost, I want to see that gap being filled that we have in the bottom of the market. But before I could take a trade, regardless, I need to see a break of structure. So if price gives me a break of structure of these highs, then I'll start looking to take a trade. But as of right now, EURCAD is one that I'm just sitting on the sidelines. I'm waiting to see price. I'm waiting for price to start letting me know if price is just going to give us a retracement first to fill the gap up, or is price going to just continue this push to the top side to give us the break of structure first and then give us a pullback to fill the gap up to then continue that second level push that we're looking for, right? So those are two things that I'm looking for. I'm either waiting for price to give me a retracement first and then continue the push to the top side, or I'll be looking for price to give us the breaks of the highs to then give us a pullback, to then continue to push to the top side, right? Those are the two options that the market has for us for EURCAD. So EURCAD, once again, I'm going to keep an eye on it, but I'm not going to be super, anxious about getting into those trades just yet. I want to see that that break of structure happen. I want to see the gaps being filled before I could continue to look for a trade. Euro USD, we're in V1. We're in the first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. Very similar to EURCAD, right? What I'm looking for here in the zone of consolidation, in whatever consolidation you're in, whether it's a downtrend or an uptrend consolidation, you're waiting for a break of structure. If you don't get a break of the highs, then you know that price is still just going to be rejecting, going low, rejecting, going low, rejecting, going low, rejecting, going low, rejecting. And what is price doing right now? Going back low. So what am I looking for now in these lows? Picture perfect, right? I'm looking for price to start showing me signs that we're ready to go back up. And even in the 4 hour, we could see, right? Well, the 4 hour, when we zoom in, is just a 30-minute time frame structure. And we can see that price is still giving us lower low, lower high, lower low. Right, so after 3 days of drop, market must chop or go up. And what did price do today? It went up. Right, look, picture perfect, literally picture perfect. So right now for Euro USD, before I could get into a trade, once again, what do I need to see? I need to see a break of structure. I need to see the change of character first, and then the break of structure. Right now, could price just be giving us exactly what we could see? Right, lower low, lower high. Could this be a lower high to continue into a lower low? Absolutely. Could price go higher and give us a lower high here to then continue going short? Absolutely. Could price continue these uptrend pushes and give us a lower high here to continue into a lower low? For sure. Right, so I'm not going to be focusing on any of these entries here until I get a change of character. Once I get that change of character, we start looking for the break of structure retest. That's when I'll start getting into a trade. So right now for Euro USD, just going to take a little step back from it. Not going to do anything too crazy. We know we're still downtrending, so I can't be looking for buys when price is still giving us downtrend pushes. Just going to keep it, again, super simple today, guys. I'm not going to do nothing too crazy. This week in general, I haven't done anything crazy in the sense of examples and shit that I want to talk about, because we have a lot of things going on in the market outside of candlesticks that is going to be manipulating the market a lot, especially in these next 2 weeks. Right, so I'm gonna keep this super simple. Again, if I don't see a trade that's exactly like GBPJPY in the beginning of this week, I'm not gonna be taking a trade. If I have to overthink about a trade, if I have to be like, oh, but this could happen and this could happen, and there's confluences going both ways for buyers and sellers, and we're in a situation where we could see the market makers trapping traders going both ways, I'm not going to be taking those trades. Again, personally, I'm not going to be taking those trades. I also just want to say this, right? Because I've been saying this since we first started the streams. This year alone, and I did this last night. I stayed up really late last night updating my trading journal, because that's something I haven't really been keeping up with this year. This year alone, I've taken 36 trades. 36 trades. I don't trade every single day. I have weeks where I don't trade. Right, in my trading journal, there was 3 weeks when I didn't take a trade. Right, so I just want to put that out there so you guys could kind of have an understanding, like, okay, less is more, especially when you understand your trading rules and you really follow your plan. 36 trades is all I took. I know people who take 100 trades in a month. That's insane. It's insane, right? Again, every strategy is different. If your strategy calls for taking 100 trades in a month, 2 months, then perfect. It is what it is. Right? I've taken 36 trades this month, this entire year, and those are also trades that I've taken, scaling in. So like if I took one entry on one pair, but then I scaled in and got in 2 more times or whatever the case is, those are counted in that. So, I just wanted to put that out there. Again, less is more, guys. Right, that allows you to have more capital. It allows you to risk a lot more on the trades that you know are going to work out. Right, instead of losing a trade today and then coming back tomorrow and having to risk less because you have no capital left. Right, so just think about that. Right, let that soak in. So GA, we know we're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. Once again, we know that this is a pair that has a gap at the bottom of the market. We're at the top of the zone of consolidation in an uptrend, which is not the best spot to be in, but it's all good. Let's look at structure. We know we had 2 weeks of rise, this week being the 3rd week. Again, even though I wasn't looking for entries, this did exactly what it needed to do. It gave us that 3rd weekly high, that 3rd push to the top side. Perfect, right? Structure on GA is doing exactly what it needs to be doing, right? So not only that, we had a day of rise yesterday. Today, price gave us a second day push to the top side, and already for tomorrow's, Friday's market, it already gave us at 372. So I'm no longer going to really be looking at this pair. So GA, we already know that this has already given us the move for the day. It already completed the move that we were looking for. So I'm no longer going to be looking at this for tomorrow. We're just going to turn this one off. And I'm also going to do that with EA. We're just going to turn these off, so we already know when I wake up tomorrow morning and look at my charts, I already know that those are two pairs that I'm not going to be looking at anymore. GCAD in the daily time frame, we are in level 2, right? We were in V1, first zone of consolidation, looking for that second push to the top side. We got the break of structure, we got the retest, and price just continued to climb. Now, am I going to be looking for a trade here? No. I need to see a pullback happen on GCAD before I could take a trade. Right? I need to see that pullback. Without that pullback, I'm not going to be taking any trades. We had 3 days of drop. After 3 days of drop, market must chop or rise, and it gave us a rise. Same thing with the 3 days of rise. Right after 3 days of rise, what would the market do? It must give us a no net, or it must drop. And what did price do? It gave us a drop. So again, GCAD is moving exactly how it needs to move. This pair is one that doesn't have a gap in the market. So this one is looking good structurally. I just need to see that pullback before I could see anything else. Or I need to see price give us this break of structure. Right, we already know we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low, change of character, higher high. What do we want to see after the change of character before we could take a trade? We need to see that break of structure. Once we get that break, that's when I'll start taking a trade. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm still waiting for price to give me that break of structure of the highs and a retest before I could continue to take a trade. GJ in the daily time frame. We know we're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market, right? We still know that we're trading between the previous higher highs and higher lows in the daily time frame. So we know that we're trading between this higher high over here and this higher low down here. But now in the internal time frame, right, once we go down into the 4-hour time frame, we know that we're trading lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So we already understood that this push to the top side could have been a lower high to continue into the lower low. We understood that this push to the top side could have been a lower high going into the lower low. Right, and what happened? Once we broke these highs, got a retest, perfect. We know we could take these trades back up to the highs. Same thing here. Once we got this break here, which is the trade that we took, right? We know we could take these trades back up to the highs. Understanding that this could still be a lower high, and we have to be very careful with holding these trades, right? Nonetheless, once we go into the 30-minute time frame, we know we had 3 days of rise. Yesterday was the third day. After 3 days of rise, market must chop, move sideways, or go down. And what did price do? It went down. So this is good. This one is going to be a good one to keep an eye on for tomorrow to continue that push to the top side. Right, now what am I looking for? Let's go to the daily time frame real quick. No engulfing candles. In the 4-hour time frame, no engulfing candles. In the 1 hour, no engulfing candles. In the 30-minute, no engulfing candles. In the 15-minute, no engulfing. Okay, cool. No problem. We know that we're trading internal structure, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, right? Could this be a higher low? Absolutely. Why? Because we know that we had this break here. This break gave us a retest. Now on this retest, this is where I want to start seeing that internal, that 5-minute shift, the same way we had this internal shift down here, right? We went from lower low, lower high, lower low to change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high, retest. I waited for price to give me a little confirmation that we're going to start pushing up, and we got that higher high, higher low, higher high. Price consolidated. That was the entry. Price in the previous higher low to continue to the top side. Again, we're talking about GJ risking 10 pips for 256 pips for TP, right? And then here in the 5-minute time frame, we know we had lower low, lower high, right? Lower low, and then price went up and gave us a change of character, higher high, higher low, higher high. Didn't give us a clean break. All of these candles were testing, and then price went down and gave us a lower low, right? And we know we're trading between this change of character, lower low, and this lower high over here. Well, technically high, right? So right now I'm not really looking to take any trades on GJ just yet, right? So I'm going to be waiting for price to give me that confirmation that price is turning around to then start looking to take those trades back to the top side. So GJ is definitely going to be one on my watch list going into tomorrow morning. GU in the daily time frame, we are in V1. We're looking for that second push to the top side. We got the break of structure. We're looking for that retest, right? That pullback I am expecting it to happen here next to the 200 EMA. As we can see, price is getting close to it. We're looking good. Again, this is the movement we've been waiting for the last couple months, right? Last couple weeks as well. Nothing in the 4-hour just yet. We could still see lower lows and lower highs, right? We can see we're still trading between the same lower low, lower high situation. So no continuations, nothing just yet letting me know that price is going to turn around. So I'll be waiting for those confirmations. Nothing really here to really talk about. You know, I'll wait for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning we'll talk about this when I start looking for trades. US30. This is in peak high territory, so once again I'm not even going to be trading this. I just want to see if I need to update anything on the 4-hour. Nothing. We still know we're trading. Well, let's update this in the 4-hour. Update this 4-hour low here. And the 30-minute time frame, we know that we're still trading lower low, lower high, lower low. Did we get a break of structure of these lows? No. Did we get a day of drop? Yes. But again, this is a pair that I'm not even going to entertain at this point. I'm just going to wait this one out for a little bit. USDCAD is another one that I'm not really going to be entertaining that much. We know that we're in V2, we're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. But we're at the top of the zone of consolidation. We're in the place where price has rejected highs, went low, rejected highs, went low, rejected highs, went low, rejected highs, consolidated, went low. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 different times we've rejected these highs. So I'm not really going to be looking to trade USDCAD until we start breaking these highs. So once we break these highs, that's when I'll start looking for a trade. Right? And right now we still know we're making higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we know that we're trading between this higher low over here and this higher high over here. We have a day of rise. We have 2 days of rise. Could we be looking for that third push tomorrow? It could happen. However, once again, where are we in the overall pattern? We're in peak. We're in the top of the zone of consolidation in an uptrend. This is not the best place to look for a trade. Once again, we'll draw out 2 things here so it can make sense. If you're trading a trend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, where do you want to look for a buy? Do you want to look for those buys in the higher high, or do you want to look for buys in the higher low? Right? It's very similar to a zone of consolidation. Right? If you're in a zone of consolidation, if you're looking for buys, do you want to look for a buys at the highs of the zone of consolidation, or do you want to look for those buys at the low of the zone of consolidation? Right? It's very similar to what's going on USDCAD right now, right? And you can see that I did this example once already a little bit ago, but it's the same thing, right? Do I want to look for those buys here at the top of the zone of consolidation where we could see this is where price has rejected every single time, right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. There's a million other pairs that look better. There's a million other pairs to focus on. There's no reason to be looking for entries in a position where you know price has rejected many times before, right? Now, if you're telling me you're looking to get into a buy at the top of the zone of consolidation after price gave you the break of structure and you're just getting in on the retest, perfect. That's a perfect trade, right? That's the trade that we took on GBPJPY at the beginning of this week. However, we don't have that on USDCAD. We don't have that on USDCAD. Right? So right now for USDCAD, I'm not even going to mark this as a 372. I'm not going to really put it on my watch list, but I am just going to keep an eye on it. But once again, I'm not looking to take a trade here at the top of the zone of consolidation in an uptrend. It doesn't make sense. I'm not going to I'm not going to place a buy position in a place where I know price has rejected hundreds of times already before. There's just no way. I'm not going to do that to myself. Right, so let's go on to the next one. Right, we're gonna keep this super simple. It's gonna be a fast class today. Again, if you guys don't have any questions, or if you guys don't have any pairs you guys want me to go over, we're just gonna do the ones we have here. We're almost done. Only missing a few more pairs, and we'll be done for the night. We'll be back tomorrow morning. So USDZAR, we're in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. And USDZAR looks 100% better than USDCAD. Why? Because we're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation in an uptrend. This is exactly where we want to start looking for our entries. Now, does this mean as soon as price goes to these bottoms, we're going to look for an entry? No. What do we need to see after we're at the bottom? We need to see the inducement. After the inducement, we want to see the change of character. We want to see the break of structure. right? Right now, we could still see price giving us lower lows and lower highs in every single time frame that we go to. The daily, we're making lower lows, lower highs. The 4-hour, we're making lower lows and lower highs, right? In the 30 minute, we're just kind of moving sideways. Yeah, we could still see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? But looking at the candlesticks, we're pretty much moving sideways, right? If we would have had a second day of rise today, tomorrow would have been a very easy 372, but we don't have that. Right, so right now, again, USDZAR, I'm going to keep it very simple. I'm not really going to be looking for any trades here. Again, why not? Because we're still making lower low, lower high, lower low. Could this be a lower high to continue into a lower low? Absolutely. So again, I'm not going to be looking for these trades right now. I'm going to wait for the change of character. I'm going to wait for the break of structure. Once I get that, then I'll start trading. Gold, I'm not going to be trading. We're in peak high territory. We're in the highest point in the market, very similar to US30. I'm not going to be looking to take any trades on gold, so I'm not even going to do, any crazy analysis on this. This is one where we have a day of rise today. We'll keep it super simple. That's it, man. Right? We have a day of rise. We had a little change of character to the bottom side. In order for us to give us the confirmation that we're going to continue this downtrend push, what did we need to see? We needed to see the break of structure and then a pullback. We didn't get the break. Right, we got a change of character and then the pullback. So right now I have no confirmation as to where price wants to go. Just go on to the next one. Right, we'll keep it simple. I'm not gonna put myself, once again, I'm not putting myself in a position where I need to babysit trades or I'm not comfortable in a position. I'm just not doing that to myself. I already know what it feels like to have to go through trading that way, and I already know what it feels like to go through trading with no emotion and understanding what I'm trading and why I'm trading it. So Bitcoin, right? We're in V2. We're in the second zone of consolidation, looking for that third and final push to the top side. Right now, we see structure still giving us. We're still trading between the previous lower low, lower high, and lower low. So right now, in order for me to take a trade here on Bitcoin, very similar to USDCAD, what do I need to see? I need to see that break of structure of the highs. Yeah, we have 2 weeks of rise. This week being the third week, price already gave us that third week high, that third week push. So I kind of want to see how price finishes this week. Right, in the 30-minute, we know we're still making lower low, lower high, lower low, and then price gave us a change of character. Right, it gave us a change of character here to the top side. So once again, after the change of character, what do I need to see? I need to see that break of structure. Once price gives me that break of structure, that's when I'll start taking a trade. And if price gives me a break of structure tomorrow on Friday, then we already know that starting next week on Monday, Sunday, Monday, this is going to be the pair to keep an eye on and continue to trade. So Bitcoin for right now, just gonna sit on my hands. And then last but not least, guys, oil. Right, oil, we know we're in A1. We're in the first zone of consolidation in a downtrend. And once again, very similar to USDCAD. Right, again, you're trending, you're downtrending. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Where do you want to start looking to take your trades going short? Where do you want to sell? Do you want to sell at the bottom in the lower low? Or do you want to sell in the lower high? Right, you want to sell in the lower high. Again, very similar to a zone of consolidation. In a zone of consolidation, do you want to look for shorts? Do you want to sell at the bottom of the zone of consolidation, or do you want to sell at the top of the zone of consolidation? Right, we're at the bottom of the zone of consolidation. We're in a previous lower low. We already have 3 months of drop. I'm not really looking for entries down here. Right, we have no continuations at this point. We could still see lower low, lower high, lower low. This could be the lower high to continue into a lower low. Right, and right now we're looking good. Right, this could be one of those pairs going into next week that could be really, really, really good. Right, so right now we had a day of rise yesterday. Today, price gave us 2 days of drop. Right, we know we had, first and foremost, we had high, low, change of character, higher high, higher low. Right, it gave us a higher high, but then price went down and gave us another change of character, lower low here. Right, so this is going to be another pair for tomorrow that I'm going to keep a very close eye on. However, once again, would have loved this pair a lot more if we weren't at the bottom of the zone of consolidation. But we're looking good. We have 2 days of drop. Could we be looking for a 372 going into tomorrow? Absolutely. So we'll keep an eye on oil for tomorrow. So that's pretty much it, guys. Any questions, let me know. Any other pairs you guys want me to go over before we get off for the night, let me know. If not, then it's all good. We'll be back tomorrow for the live trading session. Make sure you guys join the Discord. The link, my bad. The link for the for the Discord is gonna be posted now in the chat. I'm gonna post it. It's also in the description if you guys want to join. We do these free daily live streams Monday through Thursday. The isolation session, which is this session, from 7 to 8 p.m. On Monday through Fridays, we do the live trading session in the morning from 7 to 10:30 a.m. That session is not 100% guaranteed. If we end up having something to trade in the morning, then I'll turn the stream on. If I wake up and I don't see anything on the charts that appealing to what I'm looking for, then I just don't turn the stream on because I'm not trading. And then we also do the session on the weekends, right? The weekly market breakdown on Sunday. So make sure you guys join the Discord. Everything again is for free. We do free one-on-one sessions for those who want to do one-on-one sessions. So make sure you guys take advantage. Do you think gold will head higher? To be honest with you, Ghost, gold is one of speaking about everything that's going on worldwide, gold is one of those securities that, yes, we could potentially see price go higher, but the easiest way to put it, I'm not a fortune teller. I can't see the future. I can't, I can't predict what price is gonna do, especially when, hands down, just like the easiest way to put this answer is we have no structure left on the left hand side. We're in the highest point in the market. Where else is price gonna go? Right? The easiest way to put it is just look at market structure, right? We're still making higher highs and higher lows, right? If price goes down to these higher lows here and then we start seeing price making internal higher highs and higher lows, then yeah, absolutely, we know we're going to continue to push to the top side. But if price reverses, then we know it's going to go shorter, right? It's really just about following market structure. There's really no there's no way to really answer that question, if that makes any sense, right? As long as you follow market structure and if you feel comfortable taking those positions, then absolutely go for it, right? It's like what I was saying about these trades over here on gold. It's like we at least had structure on the left hand side. Not only did we have structure, but we understood already, okay, where are we looking to get a pullback? We're looking for a pullback somewhere in this area. Did we get the pullback? Yes. Did we get price to turn around? Yes. We had lower low, lower high, lower low, and then this is where price started giving us higher highs and higher lows, right? Did we turn around? Yes. Did you take the trade? Yes. That's it, right? It's super simple, right? But now to sit here and answer that question, like, do I think it's gonna go higher? I mean, we no longer really have structure on our left hand side to really guide us in where price is gonna go, right? So it's all about just looking at structure. Like at this point, what do I think? Well, I know that in the 4-hour time frame we have an engulfing candle, a bearish engulfing candle going short, right? After I got the bearish engulfing candle, price continued going short and we got a change of character. Now, in order for me to feel confident and comfortable about taking this position going short on the retest, what did I need to see? Right? Yes, we got the change of character, but before we got the change of, or after we got the change of character, I wanted to see the break of structure, right? So if price would have done something like this, where then we got the break of structure and then price would have gone up and given us a little inducement, right, to make everybody believe that this was going to be a break of structure, higher high to continue, I would have taken this trade going short. But the fact that price only gave me a change of character and then started heading back up, at this point, if price breaks these highs, then we know it's going to just continue to push to the top side, right? So again, it's really just about looking at market structure, right? Looking at market structure and then also, once again, following your rules, right? Because once again, trading, yes, we could do 40% of trading is the analysis that you do, but then your analysis has to line up with what's really going on in the market, right? Because if I sit here and say, well, no, I think price is going to go up, well, why, right? Is there any confirmation telling me that price is going to go up at this moment? No, there's no confirmation for me that price is going to go long at all, right? But we understand, once again, very similar to US30, very similar to gold, we're in a situation where we have elections coming up in a few days, right? In like a week or two. We know that we still have a lot of things going on worldwide that I can't talk about, but you guys know what I'm talking about on stream, because we'll get the algorithm will push our videos. They won't push our videos, but there's a lot of things going on worldwide that affect the gold price, that affect US30 prices. So it's one of those situations where, again, it's really just about following market structure. And like, look, I didn't even look at this earlier, but we have a gap at the bottom here to open up the market for today, right? So Do I think price is gonna go up? It could go up, but before I could look for price to go up, I need to see price fill this gap up. So very similar to the other pairs that we have gaps in. So I hope that makes sense, Casper. I hope that makes sense. I'm sorry I can't give you the exact answer that you want, but it's I wish trading was that easy. I wish trading had that easy answer that we're looking for, but it's really not. It's just, again, continue to follow market structure. If price closes these gaps and then we start looking at price doing something like this, then again, absolutely, we know we could take a trade. But it's just about following market structure, right? That's the most we could do as traders here on the charts. It's wait for price to get into your point of interest. Once price gets into your point of interest, then you start looking for your rules to play out. If price gets to your point of interest and your rules are starting to play out, then you take the trade. But if price gets to your point of interest but is not respecting your rules, then you just let it go, and you have to just wait for market structure to start developing a little bit more, right? So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Any questions, any other questions, let me know. I'll give you guys a few seconds here. If not, we'll be done and we'll be back again tomorrow morning. And if I'm not in tomorrow morning, then I'll be, we'll be back this weekend for the weekly market breakdown on Sunday. Your answer was perfect. I appreciate it. All right, my brother, no problem. I appreciate you. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.